Not since 2019 has the Walt Disney Company had a billion-dollar hit. Now, folks, you might say, well, Pro, come on, at the movies, I saw Spider-Man No Way Home. I saw Avatar. Well, those are not Disney proper movies. They split the bundle with Sony or with James Cameron. A billion-dollar Disney movie? That hasn't happened in a while. But that could be changing. And we've got Alan Ng with us today to talk about Deadpool and Wolverine, and whether or not it could bring, finally, the billion. Hello, folks. Welcome back to the Pro Channel. We are so happy to have you with us. Our job here is to explain entertainment, keep you ahead of the culture curve. And your job is just to sit back, relax, and enjoy as you're doing whatever it is that's meaningful in your day. Let's get to it, folks. We're talking today about Disney trying to get back on the good track, trying to get back to the billions. Can they do it, though, with an R-rated Marvel movie, even one that is highly anticipated? A lot of folks are going to be shut out of that theater that would typically go to a Marvel movie. Yes, we're talking about the 8-year-old boys. We're talking about the 10-year-old girls and their families who might have to watch them at home doing something else instead. But the chance is there. Let's weigh in with Alan Ng, who has now seen and experienced parts of Deadpool and Wolverine.
Let's see. Grimlock, say, watch Godzilla -1. Member for 11. I like Deadpool, but I wouldn't pin the year's financial hopes for a corporation on Deadpool. Did I mention I like Deadpool?
I think it's got a billion-dollar threshold it can make.
I love Deadpool, and I wouldn't hinge the company's future on one movie.
I'm not. No. I mean, I acknowledge that Ryan Reynolds is hilarious, and Sean Levy is probably the best director to handle that. He's Free Guy stumbles in the third act a little bit, so maybe those two working together plus Kevin Feige can come up with something great. I'm not necessarily the best fan of Deadpool being well, we'll talk about this more in the CinemaCon section, but you know who is a fan of Deadpool? That would be a breath of fresh air joining the panel here, Miss Carolyn.
How did you know?
This is an article out of Deadline by Armando Tinoco, and it says, Director Sean Levy says Deadpool and Wolverine movie is not Deadpool 3. This is a two-hander character adventure, maybe a buddy comedy. Maybe not a buddy comedy. Anyway, Sean Levy, director of Deadpool and Wolverine, clarifies that although the film features Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool, the Marvel movie is not to be called Deadpool 3. The filmmaker explained in a recent interview why the movie, which also stars Hugh Jackman, is not Deadpool 3, despite being the third Deadpool movie. He says, as far as crafting the Deadpool and Wolverine story, I just felt privileged every day. Be careful with that word, Mr. Levy, because you're talking about two massive movie stars in their most iconic roles. This is what he told Screen Rant during CinemaCon. It also gave me an opportunity. It's the third Deadpool movie, but it's not Deadpool 3. It's a different thing that's very much Deadpool and Wolverine, and it's not trying to copycat anything from the first two movies. They were awesome, but this is a two-hander character adventure. He teased that the film is going to be gnarly, it's going to be fun, and ultimately they wanted to build a great time at the theater for audiences as their main goal. Boy, isn't that poignant, folks. Never would have thought of that. The director, writer, and producer said that the early screenings of the film were extremely, extremely promising. All right, so we end there because now we go to a man who has experienced some of this and some other Disney films. Alan, 2024 is a huge deal breaker for Bob Iger. It also has the potential of bringing back Nelson Peltz for a second or third round of proxy battle, or it has the potential of lifting Disney back into being considered the standard bearer in entertainment and the big kahuna. We've got Inside Out 2, we've got Moana 2, we've got Deadpool and Wolverine, we've got Mufasa. Those are some of the big Disney movies, maybe the only big Disney movies, separating out Fox.
Those are the only Disney movies.
Right. So, Alan, the question is...
one more, but we'll talk about that.
So, Alan, the question is, having watched some of these films, what do you now project for Disney in 2024? Is it redemption or more of the same?
I will say that it looks like Disney will have will make more money this year. I don't know that I can't see redemption occurring here, but I will say I think they'll have 4 legit hits potentially.
So let's start walking through those. Deadpool and Wolverine.
Yeah.
not Deadpool 3. We're not supposed to call
Right.
it that. So Deadpool and Wolverine on. What have you thought so far?
Yeah, I feel like that discussion is more of one of semantics than it is anything else. To be a Deadpool movie, what we were presented was essentially a Deadpool movie, and it was essentially, Deadpool is the protagonist and he has the arc in the film. That's the sense I got. I will say the only thing they really showed us was what was seen in the trailer, but you see the scenes in the trailer in context. So it opens basically with Deadpool trying to live a normal life. He works at sort of one of these CarMax. They call it Drive Max, but he's a bad salesman, car salesman. And he gets basically abducted by the TVA, and there they say that they declare Deadpool as the only one who could save the sacred timeline, and that's kind of where the Marvel Jesus line comes in.
Alan, that connects this with Loki, it would seem. Was there any
but
mention...
I don't think you really need to watch Loki to get it.
Was there any mention of that being connected when you were there, or did people just kind of say, you don't need to?
Yeah, I mean, there's no mention of Loki, but I mean, if you're familiar with the TVA and all that stuff, it's there. It's just you're not going to see any of the main characters from Loki in that. And again, I think they use it as a comedic device more than a plot device. It's the justification for Deadpool to do what he's going to do and to ultimately hook up with Wolverine. And
what do you mean hook up?
Yeah, hook it. Well, it's a Deadpool movie, so let's just say hook up is falls within the realm of the definition of the phrase. The opener, Kevin Feige comes out. He's dropping F-bombs like a mother effer. And
did he do it? Did he do it in a way that made you think that that's the way Kevin Feige normally acts? Or was it one of those stodgy kind of awkward moments where it felt like the principal at school is trying to use cool slang with the kids?
Yeah, it's more like this is a skit, and Kevin Feige is a participant in the skit. And then Sean Levy comes out, and the sense I got was that that Ryan and Sean had a lot of freedom to make the movie they wanted to make. And the big what was it? The big feeling that I don't know what I was going to say there, but there is just that sense that there is a lot of freedom there, that they're going to be able to tell their story, and that Marvel is going to sit back and reap the money.
All right, so let's talk about another film, Deadpool and Wolverine.
It'll make a lot of money. Let's just put it that way.
So I think Deadpool and Wolverine's got a shot at $1 billion. I agree on that.
Mm-hmm.
And Disney needs to make $1 billion.
For Disney.
Here's what. Well, Deadpool and Wolverine's got a little bit of a hard time hitting $1 billion just because of the R, and because it's going to be a hard R. I still think it's got a good shot at it.
Yeah.
And ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the end of yet another video of excellence. Why is it excellent? Well, because you're here with us. And folks, on the way out the door, if you would be so kind, click like, share, subscribe, and click it. Stick it to the algorithms. It's the notification bell. Drop a comment down below and let us know your thoughts, for we covet your comments and we care truly about what you think. And folks, as we always say at the end of these, because we mean it, keep learning, keep growing, and as always, keep having fun.